Welcome back to the Leered channel. What if your backyard could make you feel calmer the moment you stepped outside? Imagine leaving behind the noise of phones, traffic, and busy schedules, and entering a space where every stone seems deliberately placed and every empty area feels meaningful. Japanese stone gardens are not simply landscapes, they are carefully composed experiences. Today, we'll uncover the secrets behind their quiet beauty and discover how to bring that atmosphere into a modern yard. The first secret might sound surprisingly simple: remove what you do not need. Japanese garden design rarely tries to fill every corner with plants, decorations, or furniture. Instead, it creates beauty through restraint. A few carefully selected elements can have more impact than dozens of competing features. So before adding anything to your yard, ask yourself one powerful question: what could I remove to make the space feel more peaceful? Now look at an ordinary stone differently. In a Japanese-inspired garden, stones are not merely construction materials, they become visual anchors with personality and presence. Their shape, texture, color, and position can suggest mountains, islands, cliffs, or ancient natural formations. The secret is not finding the most expensive stone. It is discovering a stone that feels as though it belongs exactly where you place it. Here is where Japanese garden philosophy takes an unexpected turn: perfection is not always the goal. Natural irregularity can be more beautiful than symmetry. A slightly weathered stone, an uneven path, or a plant growing in an unexpected direction can make the garden feel alive. Instead of forcing every element into geometric perfection, allow subtle imperfections to create authenticity. Your yard should look designed, but never trapped by design. One of the most overlooked features in modern landscaping is something you cannot buy: empty space. In Japanese gardens, open areas provide breathing room between important elements. Gravel, moss, soil, or a simple patch of ground can become part of the composition. This negative space allows the eye to rest. And here is the magic. Sometimes the empty area makes the stone, tree, or sculpture beside it feel even more powerful. What if a dry surface could create the illusion of a flowing river? Raked gravel is one of the most recognizable elements associated with Zen-style gardens. Carefully arranged lines can represent waves, currents, or ripples moving around islands of stone. But the pattern should not simply be decorative. It can guide the viewer's attention through the garden, creating movement even when everything around you is completely still. A beautiful stone placed randomly may look like a rock. Place it thoughtfully, and suddenly it becomes part of a story. Traditional Japanese garden composition often considers relationships between stones rather than treating each one as an isolated object. Different heights, angles, and groupings can create visual tension and balance. The lesson for a modern yard is simple. Think about how every element interacts with the others. Here is a design trick that can completely change your garden. Think in groups rather than pairs. 3 stones can create a more natural visual rhythm than 2 identical objects positioned symmetrically. A taller stone might become the dominant form, while 2 smaller stones provide support and balance. This triangular arrangement creates movement and hierarchy, helping your garden feel composed without looking rigid or overly formal. If your instinct is to place everything directly opposite each other, pause for a moment. Japanese-inspired gardens often use asymmetry to create a more organic sense of balance. One side may contain a dramatic stone, while the other remains open. A tree might lean slightly into an empty space. This imbalance is intentional. It encourages the eye to travel, discover relationships, and experience the garden gradually rather than understanding everything instantly. Now imagine walking through your garden without seeing the entire landscape at once. That sense of discovery is incredibly powerful. Japanese garden paths can be designed to reveal different views step by step. Instead of creating one straight route with everything visible immediately, introduce subtle changes in direction, elevation, texture, or framing. The path becomes more than a walkway, it becomes a journey through a sequence of carefully planned moments. Here is another secret hiding in plain sight. You do not need a huge yard to create a dramatic landscape. A carefully positioned tree, stone, fence, or opening can frame a small section of the garden and make it feel like a larger scene. Think of your landscape as a series of living photographs. Decide where you want the viewer to look, then use surrounding elements to naturally direct their attention. After all those strong stones and hard surfaces, the garden needs something soft. Enter moss. Its delicate texture can visually soften rocks, pathways, and shaded corners while adding an impression of age. In suitable climates, moss can create a quiet, almost timeless atmosphere. But even where natural moss is difficult to maintain, low-growing plants and carefully selected ground covers can provide a similar contrast between rugged stone and gentle greenery. Japanese-inspired planting is not about collecting every beautiful plant you can find. Instead, think about atmosphere, texture, silhouette, and seasonal change. Ornamental grasses can introduce movement, while carefully positioned trees create vertical structure. Evergreen plants provide continuity, while flowering plants can offer occasional moments of color. The goal is not a garden that constantly demands attention, but one that quietly changes as the seasons pass. Imagine visiting the same garden 4 times a year and discovering something different each time. Seasonal change is an important part of creating a landscape that feels alive. Spring can bring fresh growth, summer can emphasize lush textures, autumn can introduce dramatic foliage, and winter can reveal the architecture of branches and stones. A successful garden does not need to look identical every month. It should have a different story to tell. Think you need a large pond to capture the feeling of Japanese garden design? Think again. Water can be suggested rather than physically installed. A dry stream of stones, carefully shaped gravel, or a narrow channel can imply the presence of moving water. This approach can work beautifully in compact modern yards because it captures the visual language of water without requiring extensive excavation, filtration, or maintenance. But what if your garden could sound as peaceful as it looks? Introducing gentle water movement, rustling grasses, or strategically placed plants can transform the sensory experience. A small fountain or simple water feature can create a soft background sound that helps mask urban noise. The key is subtlety. You are not building a theme park attraction, you are creating an acoustic layer that encourages people to slow down and stay a while. Here's something many garden makeovers completely overlook: shadows. Morning sunlight may create long, delicate patterns across gravel, while afternoon light can transform stones into dramatic sculptural forms. Trees, screens, fences, and carefully positioned plants can create changing shadows throughout the day. Instead of designing only for what your garden looks like at noon, imagine how it will appear at sunrise, sunset, and every quiet hour between. You do not need to recreate a historical Japanese garden to capture its essence. Modern materials can work beautifully when they follow the same principles of simplicity and harmony. Concrete stepping slabs, minimalist timber, dark metal edging, and clean architectural walls can coexist with natural stones and plants. The result can feel contemporary without losing the contemplative character that makes Japanese garden design so captivating. A garden becomes more meaningful when people actually use it. So consider creating one intentional place to sit, breathe, and observe. It might be a simple wooden bench, a low stone seat, or a minimalist platform overlooking the garden. The important thing is its relationship to the landscape. Position it where stones, plants, textures, and open space come together to create a view worth lingering over. Here is a secret that can make even a small garden feel dramatically more peaceful: hide visual distractions. Air conditioning units, storage bins, utility equipment, fences, and neighboring structures can interrupt the illusion of escape. Screens made from timber, bamboo-inspired structures, plants, or simple architectural panels can soften these views. You are not necessarily hiding the entire outside world, you are simply controlling what the eye encounters first. There is an important distinction between a serene garden and a garden filled with Japanese-themed decorations. Adding lanterns, statues, bamboo fences, and symbols everywhere can quickly turn a subtle design into a collection of props. Instead, focus on the principles beneath the aesthetic: simplicity, balance, natural materials, asymmetry, restraint, and thoughtful composition. When those principles are present, the garden can feel inspired by Japan without becoming a superficial imitation. You might be looking at your yard right now and thinking, this could never become a Zen garden. But transformation does not require a complete landscape renovation. Start with one corner. Remove unnecessary clutter, introduce a carefully chosen stone grouping, add textured ground cover, and create a simple path or gravel area. Give that small space intention. Sometimes one peaceful corner can change the way you experience the entire backyard. And now we reach the heart of the idea. A Japanese-inspired stone garden is ultimately about more than appearance. It creates pauses in a world that constantly encourages movement. The stones give the eye something to contemplate. The empty spaces create breathing room. The textures invite attention. The changing light creates quiet drama. When you design with these experiences in mind, your backyard becomes more than decoration, it becomes a place for presence. So, what will your garden become? Perhaps it will be a small courtyard of stone and gravel, a shaded corner beneath a tree, or a modern backyard softened by natural textures. You do not need to copy a traditional garden perfectly. Take the deeper lessons, choose intentionally, leave room for silence, embrace imperfection, and allow nature to participate in the design. Because the most beautiful garden may not be the one that impresses everyone, it may be the one that helps you breathe a little deeper. And perhaps that is the greatest Zen secret of all.